Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network, the Cars eSport Tour, and the Cars eSport Tour 250 taking place here this Saturday night at Concord. We're about to go racing here with the late model stocks 125 lap feature. We will be right back. We're going to kind of in a rush. We're going to go to the playing of the national anthem. We come back, we'll tell you more. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back. It's Saturday night, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready to go racing feature style for the Cars eSport Tour here at Concord Speedway. Race number 9 in the Cars eSport Tour, and the drivers ready to take to the track. The late model stocks be up first for 125 laps, and we'll see the super late models a little bit later. Let's take a look at the race information out on the track here tonight at this wonderful, wonderful short track here, about a half mile, but not exactly shaped the way you'd like it. They call it the Little Pocono, folks. Here in the air, we've got 85 degrees, 73% humidity, partly cloudy, and a steaming 111 degrees down there on the track surface. It is going to be one for the ages here tonight. This track is not an easy one by any means, and when you add a temperature exceeding over triple digits, you can only imagine how much more difficult and challenging it will be for these drivers. Coming in tonight for the late model stock tour, Josh Dietz still atop of the points board, however you want to call it, 44 points ahead of Tanner Cook. And Tanner Cook not able to make the race last week at Oxford, but falls just back by 44 points. Still in it, though. Brad Wright back in third. Jeremy Adams in fourth. Rounding out your top 5 is Cody McCauley, who moved up 2 positions from last week. Moving up 3, up into 6th position, Mason Dunn. Jeff Hoggard will fall back to 7th. Steve Matthews moves up 3 positions to gain 8th. Up 4 is Brad Carpenter into 9th. And up 4 as well is Dylan Rowe. Hunter Combs, though, however, in the late model stocks, fall back outside the top 10. He lost 7 positions last week, and he will be 11th. Glad you could join us here this Saturday night, folks, whether you're getting us out there on iRacing Live, Cars Tour TV, or YouTube. We do thank you for tuning in to the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. Got about a minute left before these drivers will take to the track for their 125 lap feature. And folks, if you want to know more, we implore you to check out carsracingtour.com to know more about the Cars Tour, who they are, and what their schedule's looking like coming up in 2017. We are just a few months away from having all that start, folks. And we got about 30 seconds remaining here before the drivers will make their way to the grid, and we'll get you the starting lineup for where your drivers are at here tonight. And if you'd like to know more about who we are in the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network world, you can find us on the web, forgebroadcasting.com, for a full list of our event lineup. And it looks like the session is coming to a close. We're going to go to the grid and get you your starting lineup here this Saturday night for the late model stocks. So if you were watching the qualifying session, you know that Dylan Rowe had the fast time here tonight. The number 58 will start in the pole position to the outside. The number 9 of Josh Dietz, your series points leader. Inside of row number 2 is the 62 of Cody McCauley. Matt Cucker, the sensation since Martinsville, will be outside of row number 2. Inside of row number, inside of row number 3, rounding out the top 5 is the number 5 of Thomas Hazard. Jeremy Adams to the outside, Zach Knowles, Mason Dunn, Scott Naslin, Adam Rigo, your top 10. Looking on back, Jeff Hoggard, Adam Jocelyn, Bryce Sinizak, Stephen Matthews, Kyle Leveralt, Sean Miner, Robbie Bundon, Tanner Cook, James Finn, Byron Bartlett, your 20-car field. And starting shotgun, John Lighty and Josh Berry, all the way in the back, the number 88. They begin making their way around in their first of a 2-lap pace this Saturday night. Pace car takes them around the first lap. We're ready to go racing here at Concord. Car heads into the pits. Here we go. Race number 9 in the Cars eSport Tour late model stocks as they fire off of turn 4 towards the front stretch. Flagman ready to give the signal as they make their way. Green flag flies. We're off to the race. Josh Dietz looking to the inside of Dylan Rowe off the 4th turn. Slowing up into the front stretch. As we see Dylan Rowe firing into the 2nd turn. Passing pit road. He has about a 2/10 of a second lead over the number 9 of Josh Dietz. Tucker about a half a second behind Dylan Rowe into lap number 3. First caution flag comes out of the night. And we see Robbie Bundon a little slow in the front stretch. Let's go back and take a look. As we follow the 87 of Robbie Bundon around. And it looks like that 61 machine of James Finn going to tag a little quarter panel right there on Robbie Bundon, getting him loose. And Bundon, rather than go for a whirl, he'll just slam on the brakes and stop right there in the front stretch, salvaging any extra potential damage. So Dylan Rose still atop of the field, 5 laps into it as he comes off of the 4th turn. It'll be a total of 5 laps led here for the 58. The number 9 of Josh Dietz putting up some fight with Dylan Rowe. Matt Cucker. And again, the 69 machine. We saw him back in Martinsville, kind of made an appearance there, looking really solid, and has been a competitor ever since joining the field. Guy 2 cars back, 62 of McCauley and the 89 of Rowe. And the 5 of Hazard. All those drivers have been serious competitors in the last few weeks here in the late model stocks. And of course, tonight's camera is brought to you by Ryan Eckstein of Eckstein Cameras. Always a pleasure to have Eckstein Cameras on board as we get to show you the wonderful, wonderful world of racing here on the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. We're ready to go back green on lap number 8. Dylan Rowe will take us there. Here we go. As they make their way into the final turn, ready to go back to the green. Here they come. Green flag flies. We're back to the race on lap number 8. Dylan Rose still continues to lead with 0.2 of a second. Gap ahead of him and Josh Dietz. Into the front stretch, into lap number 10. Double digits now, folks. Dylan Rowe, 9 laps led. Pushing to a 0.3 of a second lead over Josh Dietz. Covered back there in 3rd. With a nice sizable gap between him and Adams. Adams has got to close it, and he's 1 second behind your race leader heading into lap number 11. Cody McCauley back there rounding out your top 5 on the bumper of Jeremy Adams. They are fighting for everything here, folks. Season is winding down, 3 races left after tonight. And these drivers need to get as much points as they can. As we continue to watch the battle with Adams, McCauley looking to the inside. Here comes Josh Dietz. He was taking a peek to the inside of Dylan Rowe in turn 4. McCauley again looking to the inside of Adams. Down the front stretch, across that start-finish line, into the first turn they go. Here in lap number 14. Single file action. Hoggard. Right in front of a nice side-by-side battle as Mason Dunn and Bryce Sinizak go at it. Sinizak was looking to the inside of Dunn. And here comes Mason Dunn. To the inside of Bryce Sinizak. Tanner Cook now on the move in 12th position. He's going to be underneath Sinizak. Trying to get some room there. Side-by-side action between Mason Dunn, who's to the inside of the 90 of Bryce Sinizak. Into the front stretch, the side-by-side battle continues. What a battle here for 11th position. Little apron action, Tanner Cook. Looking to be the faster car, wants to go around the 2. Little contact there with Mason Dunn. Letting him know he's there. And as they work their way into the front stretch, Tanner Cook will look to the high side. He can't get anywhere on the low side. Sinizak will now go single file. As Mason Dunn was not able to pass him. Tanner Cook's looking to the inside of Mason Dunn. And here comes the Rockstar Energy 96 machine in the front stretch, side by side with Mason Dunn. He is on the move now. Tanner Cook started 18th here tonight, looking to get into 11th position. He's going to have it in the front stretch, heading towards lap number 20. Back up front, your race leader, the number 58 of Dylan Rowe. Now working into the front stretch, and you can see the rubber being laid down on the track. The quote-unquote preferred line here tonight from these drivers, with the 111-degree temperature really starting to eat the rubber. It's going to get slick. Even before the halfway point of tonight's race, Josh Dietz still about 0.3 of a second behind Dylan Rowe. Matt Cucker on the move. The 69 machine looking to climb his way to the bumper of Dietz. Lap traffic coming up here. I believe that's Robbie Bunden ahead of Dylan Rowe. McCauley still fighting with Adams. He's going to look to the inside. Jeremy Adams able to hold on to that 4th position slot. McCauley, though, putting pressure on him every chance he gets to get up there and look to the inside and force that 89 down. And now we got a nice little battle here with Cook and Sinizak. Sinizak to the high side of Cook. Crossing that start-finish line. Tanner Cook looking to crack the top 10 here tonight from 18th to 11th. He wants that 10th spot back. He's going to fight with the 90 of Sinizak, still looking to the inside. Sinizak looking a little bit loose in the 4th turn, comes down the front stretch, crosses that start-finish line. Just about 0.2 of a second in front of the 96, but Cook is coming back. Talking about fast movers tonight, this guy actually races the track, folks. The number 88 of Josh Berry on the move started 22nd. He's up to 14th. And now Mason Dunn just ahead is going to feel the pressure of the Speed Coast Chevrolet, the number 88 of Josh Berry. Berry to the inside of Dunn. Dunn swings wide. Here comes Josh Berry into 11th position now as they cross that start-finish line. Tanner Cook is going to start to see the 88 of Berry in his rearview mirror before it's too long. He's got to get around the number 90 of Bryce Sinizak. As we look back up front, and it looks like Zach Knowles coming down pit road. Dylan Rowe holding on to a quarter-second lead over Josh Dietz. About equal gap back to the 69 of Matt Cucker. Jeremy Adams. Apron action there, heading towards the 4th turn. And Josh Dietz going to make a move on Dylan Rowe. Looking to the inside of the 1st turn. What a move there by Dylan Rowe to hold on the race lead. That 58 car is not giving it up. He's got 30 laps, now 31 laps led here at Concord. It's a 3-car battle here for the race lead into lap number 33. Cucker swings it wide. Off the 4th turn. Jeremy Adams finally has captured some breathing room from the 62 of Cody McCauley. Josh Berry to the high side of Bryce Sinizak. Sinizak, something's going down on that car as he's going to look to come down pit road. As we see the 90 of Sinizak, I don't know if he blew his engine, but he is moving slow. Not exactly sure what happened there with Sinizak. Tanner Cook back in 10th. Now chasing down the 49 of Jeff Hoggard. Hoggard just ahead. Back behind Tanner Cook is the 88 of Josh Berry. Both drivers tonight started outside the top 15. And now looking to crack into the top 10, going up higher as Tanner Cook. Second in series points. Trying to get around the 49 of Hoggard, but Hoggard is putting the pressure on Naslin. And the car earlier called as car earlier called as Zach Knowles was actually Sean Miner, was down on pit road. Zach Knowles currently running 7th. And now Hoggard can see Tanner Cook, the Rockstar Energy machine, right behind him. Josh Dietz to the inside of Dylan Rowe off of turn 4. Boy, is he putting the pressure on the 58. Drivers this week have a little bit more room to work with compared to the Oxford Plains track that they dealt with last week. But again, this is no easy challenge that these drivers are facing, folks. As you can tell, the track is a difficult track. Warmer temperatures making it tough to pass. And Naslin, loose action coming off of turn 4. That's going to bring the 96 of Tanner Cook to the high side. They're going to be making a little bit of contact in the turn. And Naslin trying to hold on to that machine. He's all over the place. These last couple of turns, he's going to slow up, and he's looking loose again. Tanner Cook to the high side now moves in to 9th position. That is going to bring Josh Berry up to the inside. Naslin does not want no part of that. Naslin's going to fall outside the top 10, back to 11th. Josh Berry, Tanner Cook now find themselves both inside the top 10 here into lap number 43. And what a battle here between Zach Knowles and Jeff Hoggard. Hoggard to the inside. That 49 car is, whoa, Nelly, they're going to get loose. And Hoggard, little overdrive off the turn. Zach Knowles pushing up towards the wall, but he's going to hold on to it. Nice save there, especially from both drivers. Here comes Hoggard again. He's looking to the inside of Knowles. Knowles pushes wide. They're going to be side by side at the line. Jeff Hoggard working his way back. Once that 7th position bad, caution flag comes out on lap 45. Dial back the replay for you, folks. John Miner getting Robbie Bundon a little loose right there. And Bundon will spin out. About to be 47 laps complete, leading the whole entire race since the initial green flag, the 58 of Dylan Rowe. Here's a look at your race summary. 46, now 47 complete, 0 lead changes, 2 total cautions. Current running top 5, Rowe, Dietz, Cooker, Adams, and McCauley. And the spectators on the hill looking on to the great battle that we see down here on this track tonight. Josh Dietz looking to score another victory in the Cars eSport Tour. Dylan Rowe looking to put a dent in that. Of course, Dylan Rowe coming into tonight moved up 4 positions last week into the top 10 in the series points. A win here tonight definitely would help the cause, especially with the 3 races remaining in the series. One to go signal from the flag stand. The lights come off the pace car. It'll be lap 51 when we go back green, folks. Josh Dietz to the outside of Dylan Rowe. It'll be Cucker and Adams, your front four. Pace cars into the pits. The late model stocks make their way off of turn 4, ready to go back to the green. Dietz, little eager. Green flag flies. We're back to the race. Lap 51. It's a side-by-side battle for the race lead in lap 52. Dietz to the high side of Rowe. He's not wanting to give it up. He's going to try for an outside pass. Can he do it? Off of the fourth turn. He slides a little bit. He's got a nose in our first lead change of the night. Josh Dietz takes over the race lead on lap 53. Oh my, an outside pass at triple-digit temperatures at Concord. Ladies and gentlemen, you are getting your money's worth here tonight. Josh Berry now looking to get up into 7th position. He's going to fight with Thomas Hazard. A little push there from Jeremy Adams. That is going to bring up McCauley to the inside. Adams is going to fall just a little bit back. And now Josh Berry, the 88 machine, firing across the start-finish line. What a battle between Hogger and Rigo. Back behind him, Hogger. The 49 machine looking to the inside of the 17 of Rigo. Side-by-side action continuing. Josh Berry now looking on the battle just ahead between McCauley and Hazard. Hazard is the number 5 machine to the inside, the number 62 of McCauley to the high side. And Josh Berry patiently watching this and seeing how it's going to play out. Just ahead, little contact. Hazard is going to save it. But here comes a parking lot of cars behind him. Nobody's going to wreck. Amazing job by these drivers to save it. Oh my. Unbelievable job right there. The contact between McCauley and Hazard nearly created a heck of a caution, but it was all avoided. Excellent job by the drivers. And somebody's going to get a little bit of dump right there in off of turn 3. Rigo and Cook are now side by side into the first couple turns. Tanner Cook trying to work that inside groove on the 17 of Rigo. Hoggard has moved on just ahead into 8th. Tanner Cook now looking to get up into 9th. He's going to have it at the start-finish line into lap 60. So the Rockstar Energy machine right there from 18th to 9th, 60 laps into it. Josh Berry, the Speedco Chevrolet, coming across the start-finish line. 22-6, folks. Those are some hard-charging moves right there on these drivers. Josh Dietz now looks to make his way into turn number 4. He's led the last 9 laps over the 58 of Dylan Rowe, crossing that start-finish line. Into the first couple turns he goes, the Victoria's Secret pink machine there of Josh Dietz. Switching up from his normal yellow Globalcom car. Off of turn 4 into the front stretch. 11 laps led for the 9. Cody McCauley with some breathing room now. Still sees Josh Berry approaching from behind. Berry is going to work his way off turn 4, closing in on the 62 of McCauley. We're into the back half of tonight's feature, the late model stocks, folks. Still to come. The super late models will have their 125-lap feature event for the Cars eSport 250 here at Concord. Zach Knowles, and watching the battle behind him, John Lighty and Scott Naslin going at it. Lighty is the car that got dumped earlier. You can tell by the back bumper. Boy, is that thing crinkled in. Definitely Lighty might have not have made a friend out there on the track. And the slide from Scott Knowles in the turn. That is going to bring Lighty by. Scott Naslin looking to the inside. What a battle back here for 10th. To the inside, Naslin will go of Knowles. Off the fourth turn, Naslin passes Zach Knowles. James Finn back in 14th position. Behind Knowles. Stephen Matthews to the high side. Matthews with a push in the turn. He's running a little bit higher line. He's going to come right up to the bumper of James Finn. Coming across the start-finish line into lap number 69 is the number 9 of Josh Dietz. 17 laps led, and boy is Dylan Rowe looking to move the number 9 out of the way. Rowe's going to look to the inside of the fourth turn. He's trying to get underneath Josh Dietz. He's going to try. He's going to have a quarter panel across the start-finish line, but has to check up. Still again, working your race leader, Cucker back there in third. A little bit of connection issues for the 69, but here comes Dylan Rowe pushing the 9 up the track. Forcing him to the wall, nearly making contact. A little evasive maneuver from the 58 of Dylan Rowe, but still again, is going to go to the danger zone and work the inside quarter panel of Josh Dietz. And to the high side now comes Cucker. Cucker is going to try to work the outside, trying to get some grip on the outside. Oh my, is he going to go 3 wide? Are these two cars going to split the race leader? Anything's possible. As they work into lap number 73, Dylan Rowe trying to avoid contact with Cucker. Cucker to the high side. Oh my, folks. What a battle for the race lead. These 3 cars are going at it. Still double wide action into the fourth turn. Josh Dietz just a straw hair away from these 2 eager drivers to take the lead away from him. And of course, Dylan Rowe tonight led a total of the first 51 laps of this race. The last 22 has gone to Josh Dietz. Cucker eager to get up there and make another lead change. He's looking to the outside yet again of Dylan Rowe. These cars are deadlocked, and Cucker to the outside of Rowe. Boy, he's going to force his way into second position. They are going at it. Josh Dietz into the front stretch. Less than 50 laps remain here in the late model stock feature at Concord. And Cucker is working the outside of Dietz for the race lead. Another driver looking to make an outside pass. He was able to get over Dylan Rowe. He's up on the higher side. He's to the right up to the passenger side door if these guys had one. And now Cucker, look at this! Cucker to the high side. Dietz, of course, down in the preferred line, the heavy darkened track. A little bit slicker for the 9 as you see him get loose coming off the turn, and that is going to give the race lead to the 69 of Matt Cucker. What a move to the outside. How ironic is that Matt Cucker passes Dietz to the outside as Dietz passed Rowe to the outside. And now Dylan Rowe looks to the inside as Josh Dietz yet again looking loose off the turn. Dylan Rowe is going to look to move into second position. Matt Cucker has taken over the race lead, looking for his third lap lead this time around. And whoa, did Dylan Rowe get close to Josh Dietz right there. Dietz sliding off the fourth turn. Back behind, here's a nice little battle with Josh Berry to the inside of Jeremy Adams, still looking to get around Cody McCauley. McCauley currently running fourth, Berry in the top 5 now, the number 88 Speed Co. Off of the fourth turn, looking to the inside of McCauley, coming across the start-finish line. Cody McCauley sliding a little bit. You can really see the track darkened up from all the rubber that's been laid down from these drivers really trying to salvage grip. And Josh Berry's going to get around Cody McCauley. Here comes Jeremy Adams to the inside, trying to capitalize on that moment. He's going to make contact with McCauley. McCauley will save it. Josh Berry will pull away in fourth. Now Jeremy Adams, nearly 3 wide action coming off the fourth turn. Thomas Hazard to the inside of Jeremy Adams. It's a flail of cars out here on the track, and Adams nearly making contact with the wall. Trying to shake loose the 89 is the number 5 of Thomas Hazard. He's going to look to the inside, firing it into the front stretch, looking to edge out Jeremy Adams. He's going to force him up the track a little bit. He's going to move now into 5th position. Adams with a crossover move, trying to bring it down underneath when Ford got a slow-moving car. That is Zach Knowles going to create a little bit of riffraff there in the front stretch. He's going to swing wide, and the battle will continue with the 3 cars here as Thomas Hazard just ahead of Jeremy Adams, and now Cody McCauley looking to the inside of Adams. Lap traffic for your race leader as Concord and Dylan Rowe's going to make contact with the lap car. I believe that's Byron Bartlett, the 07 machine. That is the lap car right there. Tucker and Rowe will go by. Dietz has fallen back to 3rd and now sees Josh Berry in the rear view mirror. Dietz will look to the inside of the lap car here. And that is Bartlett to the high side. Bartlett's going to come back down. Will not be able to get into the lower groove. Josh Berry now will clear the lap car. Here comes Thomas Hazard. Hazard to the inside of Sean Miner. McCauley and Adams still fighting for position. Is that Hoggard? Yes, it is. Jeff Hoggard, ladies and gentlemen, to the inside of Jeremy Adams, has just thrown a wrench into the cogs. He's going to make it fight harder. Jeremy Adams on that outside is remaining competitive amazingly as we see the 89 in 7th, but here comes the 49 of Hoggard. He's looking to the inside. What a fight we have got here between Hoggard and Adams, and they're going to make contact. A little bit of rubbing right there into the turn, and Jeff Hoggard to the inside of Jeremy Adams, coming across the start-finish line. Adams going to try to beat him down. He's going to use a little bit of apron into that first turn. Oh my, they are fighting. Hoggard will get clear of Adams and can now take a breath after fighting a little side-by-side right there. Lap traffic ahead for Cucker. He's going to try to fight it, as now Dylan Rowe right there behind him has an opportunity, as we see now the 83 machine. That is Adam Jocelyn, and Jocelyn's going to make contact with Cucker. Cucker will save it and hold on to the race lead. Whoa! If there was an opportunity for the 58 of Dylan Rowe, right there it was. Lap traffic making a little contact with your race leader. And now more lap traffic ahead. He's not out of the woods yet. Right there's James Benton just ahead of Matt Cucker. They continue to fight the battle here into the backstretch. Lap 95. It'll be 30 laps to go at the line. Cucker looking to the inside. Oh, he's going to get blocked by Finn. Cucker slows up. And it's a hard-fought battle. Cucker hoping to lose the Rowe in the lap traffic, but Rowe is right with him. Dylan Rowe to the inside of lap traffic now. Josh Berry able to get around Josh Dietz and is now in 3rd amidst all of the flurry of cars. Here comes the Speed Coach Chevrolet to the inside of James Finn. Hard charger tonight, 22nd to 3rd, ladies and gentlemen. That is Josh Berry into the front stretch, running 3rd. He's got a lap car in between him and 2nd position, Dylan Rowe. And now we see the 69 of Cucker, who has led the last 21 laps. Still continuing to work to gain the edge over the 58 of Dylan Rowe. Rowe holding on to 2nd. Here comes Josh Berry. Josh Berry is going to send Adam Jocelyn making the last second decision to go down pit road. Berry nearly made contact. That will open up the floodgates now for the 88 to clear the gap between him and Rowe just ahead. Little bit of timing for you folks. Dylan Rowe's last time around the track was a 16.695. Josh Berry that time had a 17.095. And as the times look to update, it's a 17.804 against the 17.594. So Dylan Rowe here tonight running a little bit slower than Josh Berry. So Josh Berry closing the gap quick. Thomas Hazard now looking to battle with Josh Dietz for 4th position. The number 5 of Hazard's been running in the top 5 the last couple races. Will now look to get to the inside of the 9 machine, just ahead. The Victoria's Secret car there of Josh Dietz, your series points leader. And now it looks like Mason Dunn just ahead of Cooker, looking to be in lap traffic. Into the 4th turn, they're about to go. Everybody's looking loose with the heavy rubber laid down on this track. Josh Berry now right up to Dylan Rowe. He has caught up with the 58. The question is, how is he going to pass him? Or will he be able to pass him? Dylan Rowe tonight, one of the fast cars, your pole sitter. Now sees the 88 machine behind him. Less than 20 laps to go in the late model stock feature here at Concord, folks. Mason Dunn, Cooker in cruise control mode behind the lap car. He's not forcing anything more than he has to. He does have about a 3-car length gap between him and Dylan Rowe. No need to force anything until you have to. And as we see the cars make their way into the 4th turn, Josh Berry. Here he comes to the bumper of Dylan Rowe. Lap times matched last time between Berry and Rowe. They both had a 17.661, or 6.71, excuse me. Concord last time around ran a 17.705. But it is the 2 guys behind him running the faster lap time, so they are closing the distance. A 7.05 versus a 6.76, folks. That is the difference between 2nd, 3rd, and 1st. And now we got more trouble ahead. Bartlett right in front slows up on Cooker. Cooker slams the 0.7 out of the way. In the meantime, Josh Berry able to take back 2nd, but Dylan Rowe with a little bump and run. They're going to make contact in the front stretch, crossing that start and finish line. And Josh Berry trying to dig to 2nd. He's going to do it right there before turn 2. Dylan Rowe's going to fall back to 3rd. And now Josh Berry from 22nd position, staring behind your race leader, trying to get to the race lead. Just under a 1/4 second behind your race leader. Here comes Josh Berry. And Cooker now feeling the pressure. As you can see, a little bit of overdrive. He's starting to look loose. Mason Dunn, the lap car right in front of the 69 of Cooker. More opportunity for Josh Berry ahead. Berry on the bumper of Cooker. The next time by, it is going to be 10 laps to go for the late model stock feature, as Cooker now looks to the inside of Dunn. Dunn swings wide. He'll come back side by side. And Dylan Rowe looks like he's trying to force his way inside between Dunn and Berry. With 10 to go, it'll be 9 at the line. Here comes Cooker. He's got 39 laps, now 40 laps led here at Concord. Josh Berry in 2nd position. Time is running out. Into the fourth turn, Matt Cucker, still your race leader. Has lap traffic just ahead. Perfect opportunity for anybody looking to pass. Lap car's going to swing wide. That is just 91 of Stephen Matthews. Matthews tonight swinging wide there for your race leader. One of the more accommodating, and whoa, how about that? Into turn one. Matthews making contact with Cucker. Cucker getting loose into the inside. It goes Josh Berry. Josh Berry now takes over the race lead. Wow. It's a patience game, folks, and right there, the patience pays off as the 88 Speed Coast Chevrolet of Josh Berry, 20 seconds, shotgun on the field with 6 to go, has taken over the race lead. It'll be 5 to go this time around as Josh Berry now pulls away to over 0.3 of a second over Matt Cucker. Dylan Rowe back there in second. For third, looking to get around Cucker, who's now fallen back to second. And oh my, the story of tonight, lap cars in the way, not giving way, making it very difficult for these race leaders. We've seen a few lead changes here tonight come as a result with contact with lap traffic. And now Josh Berry sees John Lighty just ahead as they come off the fourth turn. 3 laps to go for the late model stocks here. Race number 9 in the Cars eSport Tour at Concord Speedway. Cucker and Rowe going at it. Into the turn. Here comes the 58 of Dylan Rowe. Josh Berry to the inside of John Lighty as they go into turn 4. It'll be 2 to go at the line. And Lighty swinging back down. Berry clears the lap car out of turn 1, but barely clears him. Matt Cucker now up. Here comes Dylan Rowe. Ladies and gentlemen, as we see the number 88 of Josh Berry come off the fourth turn, the white flag is in the air here at Concord. What a night for Josh Berry. Just a few turns from scoring victory here at Concord in the late model stocks. Off of turn 4 into the front stretch. Your race winner here tonight for the late model stocks at Concord, Josh Berry. Matt Cucker will hold off Dylan Rowe to get second. Rowe will hold on your pole sitter tonight to finish third. Thomas Hazard fourth, and Josh Deeds, your series points leader, will round out your top 5. He's going to burn it all the way down to the turn right there, folks. Making his way back to the start-finish line, your race winner, Josh Berry, in the Speedco machine. As we bring up the results, folks, we're going to have to go back real quick and take a look at this race summary. Taking a look out of the 125 completed. 3 lead changes here tonight, and they were not easy lead changes. 2 total cautions out there on the track. We're going to look to get some driver interviews for you as we look to bring in the number 58 of Dylan Rowe. Talking about his race here tonight, he finishes third after scoring the pole. Looked really solid early on. Led a total of the first 51 laps of the race, and a little struggle there with Josh Deeds as he was able to get around you, Dylan, but you didn't fall too far back. You fought hard with Cucker for a while and almost got him there close to the end there. You guys had a little bit of contact. Tell us a little bit about your race here at Concord.
I think we raced too hard there at the beginning of it, and probably used your stuff up. But whenever Josh got into me, I think my tires was pretty well toast from there on out.
But you're able to hold on. Tell us a little bit about the battle there with Cucker in the fight there for second position.
It was a good fight. I was sort of giving Cooker a chance to get Barry there. But because of the lap traffic, I don't know what the problem was tonight. They just wasn't getting out of the way for some reason and sort of screwed us up. But that's the way it goes, I guess.
Well, coming into tonight, you were 10th overall in the series points. You'll have a third place finish here tonight. 3 races to go. What are you looking for? What's your remaining goal here in the series? What are you looking for, a top 5? Give us a little bit of thoughts on these final 3 races coming up.
I tell you, I'll take whatever I can get. This season hasn't went like it should have, for sure, but we'll take what we can get and just build some momentum for next series or next season.
All right. Was there anyone you want to thank or any shout-outs you'd like to give for your third place finish here tonight at Concord?
I'd like to thank Team Vince here and I Analyze.
All right. Well, congratulations, Dylan. We'll see you next week at Lanier.
All right. Thank you.
All right, folks, we're going to go live now with another driver tonight that didn't like the contact there. I'm sure he's got some words to say about the contact with the lap car there. Led 42 laps of this race tonight and finishes in the runner-up slot. Tell us a little bit about it. I know this track must have been getting a lot slicker as the race progressed there. Tell us there about that contact that you had there in the front stretch, Matt.
All night long, the car was pretty decent until I'd say about 25 laps to go. The track really slickened up, and I just couldn't get a handle on it with the right rear. But lap cars, man, could not catch a break tonight. I mean, they gave us the bottom. Yeah, it was the best they could do. But, I mean, the bottom wasn't all that great, and then they would hang on out there, and that's what hurt me. I mean, he hung on out there, and, oh, well, we'll take second, I guess. Another second. First and a second, and then another second, we'll take it.
So this will be about your third race here in the late model stocks with the Cars eSport Tour ever since coming on board around the Martinsville race. We got 3 more races to go, and you're pretty much making a name for yourself in this tour. Tell us a little bit about your thoughts on the final 3 races coming up.
I'm trying my hardest right now. Hopefully, I can make the last 3 and hopefully get a top 10 in points. I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't know where I'm sitting right now. I really wasn't racing for points. I'm just trying to go out and win, and that's the way it's going so far. We'll see what the late model stock has at the end and if I make all the races. But got to get ready for the super late model next.
All right. Well, congratulations on your runner-up finish here tonight at Concord.
Thank you.
All right, folks, we're going to go live now. The gentleman in the Speedco machine, all the way from shotgun on the field, all the way up front, but it was no easy feat. It took you almost 120 laps to do it here tonight, Josh, but you're able to get up. And after the contact in the front stretch with the lap traffic and Matt Cooker just ahead, you played the patience game, ran behind him a little bit enough to where you finally saw that opportunity and that inside just opened up and you just shot right through it. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, that was definitely wild. I think, like I said, I was able to work my way up into the top 5, and I really wasn't catching those top 2 very much, but like obviously everyone's kind of talked about, the lap traffic was kind of playing a role in it, and it was just tough to pass on the bottom there at the end, even with the slower lap cars. They were able to get good runs off the corner, and I don't know, it was just tough, really. I caught 2 breaks there. They kind of got jumbled up, and I was in the right lane and got by Dylan, and then, was kind of started working on Matt. And there was a couple times, I mean, it was just tough there. Matt would check up for a lap car, and then Dylan would get it to me, and we all get squirrely, and it was wild there. That last time, that lap car, whoever it was, it didn't really cut him a break there on the outside, and I think Matt went to clear up, and that guy kind of caught him and got him squirrely, and that got me in there, and then, Matt tried to pull down, detect it. We bumped a little bit and kind of was able to get through there. But I don't know. These races have been surprising the last 2 weeks for me. I mean, they really seem to wear the right rear out a lot. I guess it's the long green flag runs, and I don't know. I guess I'm just doing a pretty good job of keeping the right rear on it throughout the race and having something to run there at the end. Like I said, tonight was tough. I mean, I knew I was pretty good. I thought, I was fast enough to win, but I mean, I knew it was going to be tough to get around those guys because they're both really good, and it's just tough to pass here. But luckily, I caught a couple, breaks tonight and was able to get the win.
One question we do have for you here tonight, Josh, from a driver in the Cars Tour, actually get to race this track in real life and get to race it in the simulated world here. Tell us a little bit about anything kind of noticeable comparisons you can make from being successful both in the real track and in the virtual track.
Yeah, I was just talking about that a little bit ago. I mean, it's really, this track is just its own character. I mean, it's so unique, and it's just like that in real life. I mean, it's just weird, really, is the best way to put it. I mean, just the layout of the track and how it drives. I mean, it's so unusual. So it's just one of those tracks that's just really hard to get a hold of. And luckily, I've been pretty fortunate. You know, I've won there last year in the Cars Tour, but you know, obviously tonight, I really haven't ran there that much on iRacing, but. Like I said, it's definitely its own character. I mean, it's just as unique as it is when you drive it. So I mean, it's spot on when it comes to that. It's just a challenge. It was pretty cool. The second groove kind of worked tonight. You know, that kind of let us race side by side. But man, I think at the end we were all fighting to get some drive off the corner to finish it off. But just like I said, that was fun. I mean, I kind of, after these last couple weeks, I kind of wish I would have ran more of these late model stock races. I think I seem to be a little bit better in them than the Super, but we'll see what we can do in this next one.
All right. Was there any thanks or shout outs you want to give for your victory in the late model stocks here at Concord?
Yeah, I just want to thank, of course, everyone with CRA and the Cars Tour for putting this on, and of course, you guys again, Digital Force, for putting this on. Like I said, it's been fun to be a part of, and really, I wasn't really planning on running tonight. I ran a super late model race earlier today and had some engine problems, and unfortunately it was out of the race pretty early, so that allowed me to get home quicker in time to make it, so I guess it's not all so bad.
All right, well, victory definitely will help perk up the night. Congratulations in the late model stocks here. Josh, look forward to seeing you in the super lates coming up.
Thank you.
All right, folks, there you have it. Results have been on the screen for the late model stocks here at Concord, race number 9 in the Cars eSport Tour. Josh Berry will come by way of 22nd to 1st to take victory tonight. Matt Cooker, hard-fought battle, will finish runner-up. Your pole setter tonight, the number 58 at Dylan Rowe, will finish 3rd. Thomas Hazard will finish in the 4th position slot. Your series points leader, Josh Dietz, will be in 5th. Cody McCauley, Jeff Hoggard, Jeremy Adams, pretty much from 3rd to 8th tonight, a hard-fought battle amongst all those drivers. Adam Rico as well. Tanner Cook will go from 18th to 10th and finish inside the top 10 tonight. Looking on back, Scott Naslin, John Leidy, Stephen Matthews, Mason Dunn, Kyle Leverald, James Finn, Byron Bartlett, Sean Miner, Adam Jocelyn, Zach Knowles through 20. In your field here tonight for the late model stocks, Robbie Bunden, Bryce Sinizak, the 22-car field that took here at Concord. Folks, we are going to take a short commercial break. That's right, we do have another race still yet to come. These guys put on a heck of a show. We still got another 125-lap feature with the super late models coming up here at Concord for the Cars eSport 250. So you definitely want to stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Josh Berry and Myatt Snyder will lead the field off of turn number 4 through the Circle Track Warehouse start zone, and we are off and racing here at Concord. Lap number 1 led by Myatt Snyder, and Snyder up ahead of Josh Berry, and look at this, he's picking up exactly where he left off a little bit ago, and I don't think Josh Berry is scared to let him set the pace of this race, Matt. Myatt slipped right there in turn 1, and look at this. And about lap number 4, Josh Berry is going to go down to the inside of Myatt Snyder, and look who he's bringing with him, Matt. Justin Carroll, the local hero here that is from Concord, and he's making a bit for second as they head into turn number 1. Snyder forced to give him a little bit of room, but really good to see Justin Carroll having a solid run here in the very early going as he battles with Snyder back off into turn number 3.
Absolutely. And like I said earlier, look at the way they race on the backstretch.
That's not a good thing if you're Craig Stallard, because you really want to have a solid run. Now, his team owner, Tommy Lemons, isn't really making up a lot of room either, but this guy is. Deep McCaster trying to work his way around Chris Davis as they head by the start-finish line. McCaster has not bad time, but not spectacular time. He's only being scored right now, Deep McCaster is Right, pulls away from Snyder, pulls away from Davis, but there's a pretty sizable gap from Deke McCaskill to the next car in line, which will, is actually number 28, both of those drivers, but he's not really sure where to go. Look at the contact over in turn number 3. That sends Lane Riggs up the hill slightly, just enough so that Austin McDaniel can get underneath him. Just like he passed Christian Eckes earlier, Austin McDaniel sticks around Lane Riggs, and that opens the door for Christian Eckes here on lap number 30 to move himself into the top 5. So McDaniel to 4th, Eckes up into the top 5 and 5th, Lane Riggs back to 6th in the course of one lap. So, Rex Stallard and Chris Hudspeth. That's a battle for position immediately ahead of the leader. Looks like Hudspeth might make this happen pretty quickly, but that could have been a bit of a hiccup. Oh, watch out. Hello, Chris Hudspeth. That's not what Josh Berry wanted to see in front of him.
No, right there in front of the leader.
You know, I can't continue to harp anymore on the success of Justin Carroll, and this is what you like to see when you come to one of these races, Matt. You like to see a kid who doesn't have a multi-million-dollar budget. They don't have a chance to come out here and test and do all these things, and you know what? I don't even know what their budget was for tires today, but it wouldn't surprise me to have one set on that car, and that's the set that's on it. And the kid knows the racetrack. He knows his race car. He knows what to expect because he's run a couple of cars to events. And here he is in the waning stages with 27 laps to go. Justin Carroll is running second. By far the race of his career, and I guarantee you if we talked to him, he would probably say the same thing. And look at that. Look who has found each other. Oh, wait, Tommy Lemons made up a spot with Lane Riggs. That moves Lemons to 7th. McCaskill now to 8th. Riggs back to 9th. But now they've caught one another. Deke McCaskill, who started 20th, is up to 8th. And he might have a shot at 7th here if he can get around Tommy Lemons. This is the best battle on the racetrack by far, and really about the only battle at this stage for position. No, he's not going to give it away to him very easily, but look at him. He's already fishtailing. He's got the thing to the mat, and I don't think Tommy Lemons is saving anything at this juncture. In fact, he slipped up there in turn number 1. Deke McCaskill looks to the inside, battle for position number 7, and McCaskill from 20th now to 7th at the completion of lap number 82. What a drive for Deke McCaskill. If he takes a championship this year, this is a night he looks at as a huge success and a pivotal point in his championship year. It's also a night I believe Tommy Lemons looks at and says we did not capitalize on an opportunity we had to really get in the thick of it.
But look how smooth he is right there on your monitor. You know, the car is not buckling at all. It's not shaking. This is what Josh Berry does. This is what Josh Berry is.
Trouble, turn number 4. Lane Riggs goes around. And that is the one and only caution we have had so far here tonight. It appears the left rear tire is down on the number 99. So Dick Shirley Chevrolet pace car makes its way to pit road. Green flag is out, and a great restart by both Berry and Carroll. Berry on the inside, slides up the racetrack. Carroll sticks his nose in there, but he is stuck on the outside of the racetrack, and Berry gets away. That opens the door now for Myatt Snyder to work his way into turn number 3, but Berry slipped up that time off of turn number 4. 2 and 3 wide, nearly behind him as they race back off into turn 1. Look at Deke McCaskill. McCaskill pulling no punches, gets by Stephen Light, now working on Christian Eckes. 9 laps to go, and Deke McCaskill is trying to head to the front, while Justin Carroll just ahead of him, trying to, well, pretty much minimize the damage after being forced to start on the outside on that restart.
At this point, a top 5 for Deke McCaskill has to feel like a win. But looking back,
Austin McDaniel sideways out of 1.
he nearly picked off a couple positions, did Deke McCaskill. A lot of action there in front of him.
And trouble, turn number 4, nearly, look at that, 3 wide. Eckes goes to the bottom, still contact as they head back to 1 as Carroll and McDaniel got together. Somehow Justin Carroll is going to hold on to that spot, it appears. What a save by all drivers involved, but now Eckes and McCaskill looking to the bottom. This is a great 6-car fight for the 3rd spot, all behind Josh Berry and Myatt Snyder, who have checked out over this battle. Still very impressed with Justin Carroll, the car control, the patience, and this might not end well right here. Turn 1 with a contact. He'll send Christian Eckes up the hill with Justin Carroll. Carroll reclaims 3rd with 96 laps complete. Look behind them. Deke McCaskill is there as well. Great battle for 3rd, great battle for 5th. Really, as we said, 6-8 cars all under a blanket as they head down the front straightaway. 3, white flag in the air for Josh Berry this time. 1 final trip around the Concord half mile. He's got 6 car lengths back to Myatt Snyder. After starting on the pole with a brand new track record, he relinquished the lead early, got it back soon thereafter, and Josh Berry has made the show all about him. One final try from Snyder in turn 3. Josh Berry is going to work his way off turn 4 to win the Lead 2 Real Estate 200 here at Concord. Justin Carroll will claim third. Deke McCaskill, or check that, that's Christian Eck is third. Deke McCaskill fourth. Justin Carroll fifth.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, this Saturday night to the Cars eSport Tour on the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. I'm Dustin Caldwell, and if you tuned in to catch that late model stock race early on, what a race it was. It was Josh Berry coming away with a victory after starting shotgun on the field. But now we have the super late models looking to take to the track. A lot more horsepower around this warm track. Let's take a look at the track conditions. And we're only going to see 1 degree of temperature change, cooling a little bit on the track, and a little bit is a measurable word there, as it was 111 degrees at the start of the late model stock race, and it's going to be 110 when we super lates look to take the green flag. 84 degrees in the air, 76% humidity, partly cloudy, and these drivers will look to fight their way around this steaming hot Concord track. I want to give a special shout out tonight to Ryan Eckstein of Eckstein Cameras, providing the great camera work that we get to see here, as the super lates will look to fight for 125 laps of their portion of the Cars eSport 250, race number 9 here at Concord. Coming into tonight, of course, we talk about the series points, and who's atop of them? None other than Christian Peterson, barely holding on after the Oxford Plains. He's got about a 5-point lead. Josh Berry has climbed his way up into the runner-up spot, just 5 points off of Peterson. Jeremy Adams, Seth the Merchant, Cody McCauley, your top 5. Daniel Pope, Stephen Matthews, Josh Dietz, Jeremy Allen, and Ricky Harden, your top 10 in the points coming into race number 9. Looks like they are making their way to the grid. Let's go down and take a look. So on the pole here tonight, it is the number 62 of Cody McCauley. After a hard-fought battle in the late model stocks, will start in front of the field. The number 5 of Thomas Hazard will start out of row number 1. Josh Berry, your late model stock winner here tonight, will start inside of row number 2. Dylan Rowe will start to the outside. All those drivers there have been in the top 5 in the late model stocks. We'll have to see how it works out for the super lates. The number 96 of Satoru Ono will start in 5th position. Jeremy Adams, Josh Dietz, to another hard-fought battle. Cars in the late model stocks will be back there in row number 3, rows 3 and 4. Matt Cooker will be to the outside of row number 4. Inside of row number 5 is the 59 of Richie Davidowitz. Robbie Bunden will be outside of row number 5 and rounding out the top 10. Looking on back, Bill Martin, Mason Dunn, Bryce Sinizak, Stephen Matthews, Clint Crow, Adam Jocelyn, John Lighty, Zach Knowles, Tim Knott, Kyle Loverall through 20. James Finn, Patrick Fogel, Jordan Erickson, and Christian Peterson, your 24 supercar super late model field here at Concord. Pace car begins to pull them around for a 2-lap pace before we get the green and going racing 125 laps here at Concord Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to go racing. It will be the 69 of Matt Cooker, or excuse me, the 62 of Cody McCauley taking us to the green, and the 5 of Thomas Hazard to the outside. Here we go. Pace cars into the pits. Into the front stretch they head. Green flag flies. We're off to the race. And it's single file action, 4 cars deep. As we look back and follow Bill Martin, he's side by side with the 69 of Matt Cucker. Jeremy Adams, Richie Davidowitz having a little bit of a battle. And Bill Martin on the move now. He's up to 8th position. Looks like Robbie Bunden's fallen back pretty quick. He's now back to 15th. Here comes the number 2 of John Lighty to the inside. We got about a 3-4 car battle there. Back up to the race lead with almost a 3/4 of a second lead over Thomas Hazard is the number 62 of Cody McCauley. McCauley crossing the start-finish line, 5 laps led here for the 62. Josh Berry, who won early tonight in the late model stocks, back in 3rd position, right behind the 5 of Thomas Hazard, in front of the 96 now of Satoru Ono and the 58 of Dylan Rowe. And Ono looking a little bit loose going into turn number 2. Josh Dietz back to his canary yellow Globalcom machine off of turn number 4. Running in 6th position right in front of the 59 of Richie Davidowitz. Bill Martin looking to put the pressure on Davidowitz back into 8th position. As they work their way around again, single file action here for the super late models. Looks like John Lighty, Jeremy Adams having a little bit of a battle. Adams coming out on 14th position out of it. The number 41 of Tim Knott looking to battle there. And oh, John Lighty's going to bite the inside wall. Contact with Tim Knott's going to relegate him back to the end of the field. 23rd position. The number 2 of John Lighty's going to fall. Tough break there. No caution flag coming out of it. Here comes McCauley. McCauley crosses that start-finish line with a 1 1/4 second lead over Thomas Hazard. And now John Lighty will head down pit road after the incident with Tim Knott just 1 lap ago. As we follow Satoru Ono, one of the most improved drivers this season, started as a top 15 finisher, has in the last 3 races been up in the top 10, and tonight currently running 5th position. Matt Cucker back in 9th position. Bryce Sinizak has a little battle here with the 48 of Clint Crowell, who's trying to crack the top 10. Crowell tonight, as we follow the 48, started 15th. He's in 11th. Now looking to fight with the 90 of Sinizak. And oh my! Ladies and gentlemen, we just got word. Something has happened with the 96 of Satoru Ono. He has fallen out. Not sure if it's a connection issue, but he is now out of the top 5. McCauley still working his way around the track. 1.3 second lead over Thomas Hazard. Hazard's got about a car length in between him and Josh Berry heading into lap number 19. Josh Dietz. Back in 5th position, Bill Martin in 6th. A lot of spacing between the top 10 drivers as we look outside. Patrick Fogel making his way to the 48 of Clint Crowell. About the only battle we see currently on the field right now, given the warmer temperatures. Crowell looking to the inside of Sinizak. They're going to cross the start-finish line, and Sinizak trying to hold off that 48 machine just behind him. And it looks like Sinizak will hold on to his position at 9th. Cody McCauley still atop of the field, 1.1 second lead over the 5 of Thomas Hazard, who now Josh Berry is closing in on. Josh Berry looking to get to the bumper of Thomas Hazard. He's going to look to the inside. Hazard has the pressure from behind. In lieu of the battle, Hazard is closing the gap between him and race leader Cody McCauley. Satoru Ono has returned, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, 7 laps later than he would have liked. He is now back out on the field. Tough break there for a driver who's really been improving. Was running in the top 5 due to connection issues here tonight, fell out, and is currently running in 22nd position. And mind you, folks, Satoru Ono is from Japan, so when you talk about connections, just a tough break there for that guy. Hazard and Berry still battling out for second. They will look to the inside of Ono into turns 1 and 2. Dylan Rowe back there in 4th position, about a half a second behind Josh Berry. McCauley now looking to lap traffic just ahead. He's going to swing to the inside of Robbie Bundon here, heading towards lap number 31. "30 laps led for the 62 of McCauley as he works his way into the 4th turn. Thomas Hazard has now closed the gap, and he'll get it closed even further as our first caution flag comes out on the night. Going to go back and look at the replay. Going to follow the 09 of Jordan Erickson. Erickson, believe, seen the incident just ahead. Looks like it was the 55 of Patrick Fogel. So we'll dial back the replay just a little bit earlier to capture what happened with the 55. Patrick Fogel and Bryce Sinizak. Sinizak is going to get spun just a little bit coming off the turn. He's going to come right back into Fogel. Fogel's going to go down to the infield. He's going to lock up the brakes, trying to salvage a possible contact with the wall, maybe put it onto the side rather than the front. He will bounce off the inside wall. Clint Crowell and Sinizak will go by, as well as Christian Peterson, your series points leader there. And the 55 of Fogel will bring out tonight's first caution flag. And again, folks, appreciate you tuning in to the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network this Saturday night for our coverage of the Cars eSport Tour. Race number 9 here at Concord Speedway. Got to cover a great late model stock race earlier, and now the Super Late's putting down a heck of a show. Considering the triple-digit temperatures, lights come off the pace car. We're ready to go back green on lap number 37. Macaulay will take us back to the green. He's led them all since the initial green. 35 laps led for the 62, the number 5 of Thomas Hazard to the outside. Pace car looking to go into the pits. There it goes. They begin to make their way towards the front stretch through the 4th turn. Here we go, ready to get back on the throttle. Flagman gives the green flag. We're back to the race, lap 37. Flag's going to come out again. And Patrick Fogel involved in this one yet again. Let's go back and take a look. And Fogel's going to receive a little bit of contact from the 7 of Kyle Leveralt. And that will get the 55 machine loosened up right there and bring out the second caution flag. It's a repeat caution. Just the tough incident there for the number 55 of Patrick Fogel. Here's a look at your race summary into lap number 40. 39 complete, 0 lead changes, 2 total cautions. Current running top 5, Macaulay, Barry, Hazard, Rowe, and Dietz. And it looks like Satoru Ono will receive a wave around. And again, just a tough break for that gentleman right there tonight, running in the top 5 at the start of the race. Looking to be one of the most improved drivers in this tour that we've seen this season. Lights to come off the pace car as the flag stand gives the 1 to go signal. Macaulay will take us back to the green. Hazard will be to the outside. Actually, strike that. It will be Josh Berry to the outside. The lights will stay on the pace car for 1 more lap. So Josh Berry is now going to be to the outside. A 1 position loss there for the 5 of Thomas Hazard amidst the last restart, coming back to green from the last caution. So Josh Berry did have a nose over Thomas Hazard. He'll get the position. Now we should see the lights come off the pace car this time by. Double file action as they work their way by. The lights get extinguished on the Mustang iRacing pace car. We are ready to go back green on lap number 44. Cody Macaulay, 42 laps led here tonight at Concord. Pace car will make its way into the pits. There it goes. Macaulay, Berry up front. Hazard, Rowe, your front 4. Here they come, ladies and gentlemen, off the 4th turn. Ready to go back green. Green flag flies. We're back to the race. cautions breeding cautions tonight. The number 7 of Kyle Leveralt involved in this one, and boy, do we have a parking lot in the front stretch. Let's go back and take a look. Leveralt and Fogel finding themselves side by side again. This is what brought out the last caution. But they will not be the cause of it this time. It's Jeremy Adams. They're going to come into it, and it's a wall of cars in turn 4. Jeremy Adams will see the low side, and my goodness, a lot of cars just piling up right there. About 8 cars involved in that one. Leveralt escaping majority of the damage. Warmer temperatures definitely making it difficult, and tell you one person that is benefiting from these cautions, Satoru Ono gets another wave around. And a quick move off of pit road. At least Stephen Matthews barely beating the pace car to save a lap. And again, folks, if we haven't told you, check out carsracingtour.com to find out more about the actual Cars Tour, their 2 divisions of super late to late model stocks, and their 2017 season coming up. If you have any questions for them, we do have them out here in YouTube chat if you'd like to ask them, or to know more about who they are, what they got, and what you can expect, because it's some great racing. I know we put down some great racings in the simulated tour, but I tell you what, folks, hopefully the highlight reels that we show you of previous seasons get you pumped up and looking forward to the 2017 season coming up. Lights come off the base car here on lap number 50. It's going to be 70 laps to go when we get the green flag. McCauley still front of the field. Thomas Hazard this time will be back to the outside as he got around Josh Berry. Pace cars into the pits. As they work their way through turn number 4, the restart about to come. There's the green flag. We're back to the race. 70 laps to go. Single file action for your top 5 drivers. Christian Peterson, Bill Martin going at it in the battle for 7th. Peterson to the inside of Martin, side-by-side action back behind him. Martin's going to swing wide to avoid contact there. Jordan Erickson looking to the inside. They're going to make contact in the front stretch. Bill Martin to the high side of Erickson. Erickson back again. They're going to make more contact out of turn number 2. That brings Patrick Fogel to the inside. Clint Crowell will get around Bill Martin as well. Martin's going to fall back to 11th. Erickson now just ahead of Patrick Fogel. And for a driver who's been involved in 2 cautions here tonight, he's in the top 10. Really working that machine just ahead of Clint Crowell. Bill Martin back behind him, still holding on. Wouldn't anticipate to see the 39 stay back there for much longer. He's going to begin digging his way back inside the top 10. Back to the race lead as we take a look, coming across the start-finish line. And how about 70 laps now? Ladies and gentlemen, call me a math tutor. I got to get my math worked out there. Now Cody McCauley coming off of turn 4 with a 0.45, close to a half a second lead over Josh Berry, who has since got around Thomas Hazard. Hazard falls back to third, but has some pressure from Dietz on him. Dietz looking to the inside of Hazard as they come off the fourth turn in the front stretch. And Josh Dietz putting the pressure on Thomas Hazard. Into lap 59 they go. Back behind Dietz is Dylan Rowe. Dylan Rowe trying to get around the 9, but he's going to fall a little bit off the pace before turn 4. Dietz holding right there with the 5 of Hazard. Your series points leader, the number 23 of Christian Peterson, back in 7th. Started 24th here tonight, and he is trying to get up in the top 5. Oh, and Thomas Hazard's going to go for a spin right before turn number 1. And we'll go back and show you the replay. So as we watch the battle with Josh Dietz, Thomas Hazard just ahead, going to receive some heavy contact into turn 4. Boy, Dietz just really giving it to him. And he's going to catch a little quarter panel right there in the front stretch, and around will go Thomas Hazard. And Josh Dietz will sail on by. But you got to wonder what's in store for Thomas Hazard. Thomas Hazard will fall back to 15th position. You see the little bit of quarter panel body work that he received there from Josh Dietz. And once again, with another caution flag coming out, Satoru Ono receiving a wave around. Here is a look at your race summary so far, folks. 63 laps complete, 0 lead changes, 4 total cautions. The 62 of McCauley has 63 laps led. Current running top 5, McCauley, Berry, Dietz, Rowe, and Cooker, excuse me. And for those of you looking to capture, might not be able to make it to see a Cars Tour if you're a little bit off the East Coast, maybe the Midwest, Mid-South, out West, you can always capture the action on the web. Cars Tour TV, folks. Check it out. Especially if you're not able to make it, you can always watch the races there. They have them live. And they will be starting their season here at Concord. Lights off the pace car into lap 66. We are ready to go back green. McCauley will take us there. Setting that pace off of turn 4. Pace car into the pits. Here we go. Off of the 4th turn. Green flag flies. We're back to the race. And what a battle for the race lead as Josh Berry is going to fight for it. He'll have it at the time of the caution flag coming out. Josh Dietz was fighting for it as well. And it looks like Richie Davidowitz will have a little bit of a contact issue there in turn 4. Let's go back and take a look. All the drivers fighting for that 4th turn. And Dylan Rowe will get sideways, as well as Kyle Leverott. Richie Davidowitz will get sideways. Patrick Fogel and Dylan Rowe are going to go up into the wall, and here comes the clog. A little bit of a drain cleaner action there in turn 4 to get that clog worked out. Jeremy Adams involved in that one. And Richie Davidowitz right there coming up to get a spin around. How about at the time of this, folks? Here is the 3-car battle right there for the race lead at the time of it. So Josh Berry out in front, McCauley in second, Dietz in third. And that is going to make a little shift here. Josh Dietz back in third, but Josh Berry looking to do a sweep here at Concord. Here's another look at your race summary, folks. It'll be 71 complete this time by. 1 lead change here tonight, 5 cautions. And the lights come off the pace car. Getting close to the 50 to go mark here tonight at Concord. The super late models in their 125 lap feature for the Cars eSport Tour 250 here at Concord Speedway. Pace car will be in the pits this time by. Josh Berry to take us back to the green through turn number 4. McCauley to the outside. Green flag flies. We're back to the race. Josh Dietz, Cody McCauley in the battle for second position. Josh Dietz is going to win out by the inside. Cody McCauley to the high side. Underneath with him, Christian Peterson looking to hook up with the 9. And pushed by the 62. McCauley not going to be able to do it. What a battle. Contact in the turn. And McCauley's going to fall back. Underneath will go Christian Peterson. Josh Dietz will now move into second. Here comes Matt Cooker to the inside of McCauley. And Cody McCauley from first, now looking a little loose out of the turn. Here comes Cooker once again fighting with McCauley. Oh, Lordy, connection issues there. And McCauley Cooker once again, what a battle. Side-by-side action continues. Crossing that start-finish line. And back behind him, Clint Crown trying to hold off Bill Martin. And a heavy push from Cooker. McCauley is going to go up. Here comes Clint Crown, Bill Martin to the inside. Caution flag comes out. Zach Knowles coming down pit road with some heavy damage. Let's go back and take a look. But as you can see, just ahead, a quick spin out. In the fourth turn is enough to bring out race control throwing the yellow flag. Into lap number 83, Josh Berry tonight. 16 laps led in the super late model race. Josh Dietz back behind him. Here's a look at your race summary as they cross the start-finish line. 83 complete, 1 lead change, 6 total cautions. Running order, Berry, Dietz, Peterson, McCauley, and Crowell. Lights come off the pace car into lap number 85. It'll be 40 laps to go when we get the green flag. Pace car heading down pit road. Into the fourth turn, here we go. Josh Berry to set that pace. Josh Dietz to the outside. Green flag flies, they make contact before the start-finish line. And Christian Peterson, your series points leader, looking to battle with Josh Dietz, the late model stock points leader. Little nice battle here for a second. Clint Crowell's going to swing to the inside. Around goes Josh Berry. Or excuse me, Josh Dietz. A lot of Joshes up in the top 5, and I got confused. Oh my, and we have got some cars spun out on the front stretch. Let's go back and look at what happened with the number 9 of Josh Dietz. As we see Crowell right about here into turn 4. And it looks like McCauley is going to catch some quarter panel on Josh Dietz, spinning him around. McCauley's going to go to the what little apron there is in turn 4. Dietz is going to come up swing wide, and that is just going to start a hoopla of cars making contact. Martin and Crowell are going to hit hard. Looks like Cucker was involved as well. Dietz comes back down into Jeremy Adams. And everybody pick up a ticket for the dance in the front stretch. Everybody's invited here. Cars checking up to save contact. And that will bring out the caution flag here at Concord. 7th time tonight. And again, folks, race number 9 here on the Cars eSport Tour. As we inch closer and closer to the warmer months, check out carsracingtour.com. in anticipation of an excellent race season, both divisions you'll see this year in the 2017 season. The late model stocks, the super late models. If you're not able to make it to an event, then head on over to carsracingtour.tv, or Cars Tour TV, excuse me. There you will find on-demand videos as well as live racing at low-cost subscription prices. They are excellent, folks. Lights off the pace car, getting close to the 30 lap to go mark. We are ready to go back green. Pace car dives into the pits. Here we go. It will be your series points leader, Christian Peterson, today outside of Josh Berry. Berry looking to do a sweep at Concord. Here we go. Off of turn 4. Green flag flies. Three wide action out of 2. Josh Berry pulling away from Christian Peterson by 0.3 of a second. They are really 3 wide again out of turn 2. Oh, and Bill Martin is going to go to the inside wall. Kyle Leverall involved in that one. He's got some smoke coming out of the back of his car. As we follow the 3 wide action with Bill Martin. How about this right here? We're going to slow up the camera enough for you to capture this, folks. As we head into the second turn. Here comes the 3 wide action. Leverall to the inside, Cucker to the high side. And just a little bit of contact between Leverall, Martin, and Cucker. And both Leverall and Martin are going to go to the inside wall. Almost in sync with the way they spin. And of course, heavy sparks coming off the 61 of James Finn, who will be able to save face right there and make it on by. As we pan the camera back, it is Leverall and Martin, 2 drivers involved. And right there, nice shot, an unfortunate shot of Bill Martin down on pit road in his pit box. See the heavy damage sustained from that front end hit to the inside wall. Less than 30 laps to go. Let's take a look at your race summary. 97 complete, 1 lead change tonight, 8 total cautions. Current top 5 is Josh Berry, Christian Peterson, Clint Crowell, Thomas Hazard, and Jeremy Adams. Lights off the pace car. It'll be triple digits when we go back green. Berry to set the pace. Peterson to the outside as the pace car heads into the pits. Here we go, off of turn 4. Into the front stretch. Green flag flies. We're back to the race. Berry leads Peterson. Thomas Hazard just in front of Jeremy Adams. Side-by-side action behind him. Dylan Rowe, Jordan Erickson going at it. Erickson to the inside of Rowe as they come off turn 4. Jordan Erickson looking just a little bit loose. McCauley and Sinizak will be side-by-side. McCauley now looking to the inside of Rowe. Off the 4th turn, McCauley into 7th position. Erickson just ahead at 6th. Side-by-side action between Sinizak and Rowe. Rowe to the high side. There goes Bryce Sinizak right by Dylan Rowe. Bryce Sinizak now into 9th position. James Finn to the outside. Matt Cucker. Satoru Ono as well in the mix. Back to the race lead. It'll be 20 laps to go the next time by. Josh Berry with a 4/10 of a second lead over Christian Peterson heading into turn 4. And some side-by-side action here. Right behind Clint Crowd, Jordan Erickson, Jeremy Adams going at it. Oh, and they're going to make contact multiple times and around. Jeremy Adams started to go. What a save. He had to slow up. Josh Dietz, Cody McCauley having a battle as well. How about that save from Jeremy Adams? He's not going to fall too far back. Bryce Sinizak looking to the inside of the 89, and Jeremy Adams will be in front of him. So Jeremy Adams losing about 3 positions out of that incident. Clint Crowell on the move now. The number 48 machine starting 15th inside the top 5. He's looking to hunt down Thomas Hazard in battle for 3rd. McCauley and Dietz still going at it. They're going to make contact in turn 4. Cody McCauley has to get on the brakes and do a little bit of checkup to avoid spinning out after the contact with Josh Dietz. McCauley now back to the inside of Adams. He's going to fire it underneath in turn 4. Whoa, they're going to make contact in the front stretch. And it's a flurry of super lates off of turn 2. Whoa, do they have to send the lap traffic up to the high side. McCauley gets around Jeremy Adams, still holding on to 7th. Dylan Rowe and James Finn with a little battle back here for the 10th position slot. James Finn looking to the inside of Dylan Rowe. He's going to have it. Josh Berry off of turn 4 into the front stretch into lap 113. Christian Peterson. A little bit of about 3/4 of a second gap behind your race leader. Some green flag running now, folks. Here comes Jordan Erickson looking to put some pressure on Clint Crowell into turn 1. And Bryce Sinizak, Jeremy Adams, Dylan Rowe in a battle there. Lap car Satoru Ono to the inside, right in front of the 89 of Adams. Adams is going to look to the inside. Will not make the move. Bryce Sinizak currently sitting in 8th position. Ten laps remaining here tonight, folks, and your race leader, Josh Berry, off of turn 4, making it 9 to go. Looking to do the sweep here at Concord and winning both divisions. He's got less than 9 laps to do it. And lap traffic swinging wide there in turn 4. Peterson will close the gap underneath 9/10, about 8.5 tenths behind him. Thomas Hazard tonight, top 5 finisher. Multiple times in this series. He is currently back in 3rd. Clint Crowell trying to hold off Erickson. 7 laps to go here for the Cars eSport 250 at Concord. with the green flag run. Multiple spaced cars here. Single file action. And Josh Berry will look to the inside of James Finn and Zach Knowles. In turn 4, he'll be to the inside of James Finn. And about a 2/10 of a second gain on that. Peterson now will look to run down Berry. Time's running out. Berry to the inside of Knowles. He's going for turn 4. Here comes Peterson. Josh Berry into the front stretch. 4 laps to go for the super late model race. Zach Knowles, the lap traffic in front, now to the outside of Christian Peterson. Peterson, 6/10 of a second behind, 3 laps remaining. I don't know if there's going to be enough time for Peterson to run down Berry at the rate he's going. Last lap time for Berry was a 3:63, a 5:27 for Peterson. Let's see what he's got without lap traffic. With 2 laps to go, it's a 4:12 up against a 4:53. Caution flag comes out. The heartbreaker tonight. Josh Berry, though, will sweep both races here at Concord. 2 laps shy of finishing. And we have a caution flag come out. Heavy damage on the back of Stephen Matthews' bumper. And in the white flag lap, final turn, coming to victory lane tonight will be the 88 of Josh Berry. Both races, folks. There's your winner in Christian Peterson. Right there in second, your series points leader. And to do a burnout in the front stretch at the start-finish line, your winner tonight, Josh Berry. He's going to put the nose on the inside wall and burn him down. There you have it, folks. The burn down from your race winner tonight in the super late models, Josh Berry. Grab a quick look at that race summary real quick before you show the results. Out of the 125 completed tonight, 1 lead change, 10 total cautions here at Concord. And as we bring up the results, we'll look to get some driver interviews for you. Joining us now is the number 5 of Thomas Hazard. Hard-fought battle tonight here to get a podium finish. You finished 3rd tonight. Thomas, tell us a little bit about your race here at Concord.
Well, the race kind of started off nice and easy. I believe the 62 car pretty much just drove away from us. He had a good car at the start of the race, but I knew this track would fall off a lot. So I was just kind of riding nice and easy, just running right in front of Josh. I know Josh and I kind of flip-flopped spots there for second a few times on those restarts. And then once we got going there, I believe I was in 3rd and in front of the 9 car, and the 9 car was working me pretty hard, and he got in the back of me and ended up wrecking, sending me back to mid-pack or so, and I just from there it's pretty much just working my way up back to the front, and fortunately there was a lot of wrecks that I was able to avoid, and that helped out a ton, and pretty much just was top 6, top 5 from there, and I just had to grind my way back to 3rd.
Well, excellent job done here tonight, and you finished 3rd here. Got 3 races remaining in the series. What are your expectations going forward?
I mean, I don't really have any expectations. I just, I've been running well, but I would like to certainly win a race. So I'm not in the points, and I know that. But if I can get up there and challenge for the lead late in the race, I'd be happy with that.
All right. Well, do you have any thanks or shout-outs you want to give for your 3rd place finish here at Concord?
Yeah, just like to thank Mason Dunn and Richie Davidowitz for working hard on the setup this week.
All right, we look forward to seeing you next week coming up here in the Super Lates and the Cars eSport Tour.
Thank you.
Joining us now is your series points leader coming in tonight, the number 23 of Christian Peterson, able to hold on to that second position slot. Hard-fought battle for you tonight. Definitely not a good start on the field. You had to work your way up to that runner-up slot here tonight, trying to run down the 88 car, which ended up being a little too much on the longer green flag. But you were coming. You got underneath the 1 second. You were down to about a half a second there at the time the caution flag was coming out. Tell us a little bit about your race here tonight, Christian.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't even think I was going to be racing. I missed qualifying, and I think I was brought in on a provisional or something. So I started dead last, didn't have a setup. Tanner Cook sent me something, and Bill Martin sent me something, and I ended up using what Bill sent me, and I just really got to thank him. Without him, I wouldn't have made it up there at all, and had a good points night. I think I'm battling Barry in the points right now, but so finishing second to him isn't the best, but we'll see what happens the next couple weeks. It was a lot of fun, though. This race was really good. Not many cautions, except for right there in the middle. We had like a handful, but all in all, it was a fun race.
Is there any thanks or shout-outs you'd like to give for your runner-up finish tonight at Concord?
Just everybody I mentioned before. Bill and Tanner, everybody at Six Man. Everybody that puts on the Cars League. Sorry, I got a cold right now. Got out to talk.
It's all right. Definitely a hot night of racing there. Hopefully we'll perk you up a little bit, especially with this runner-up finish. We look forward to seeing more action out of the 23 machine in the weeks to come, Christian.
Thanks, Dustin.
All right, folks, we're going to go live now with your super late model race winner here tonight. A guy who said, yeah, you know what? I don't know if I was going to be able to make it. I don't know if I was going to be able to race. Ho-hum, ho-hum. And what does he do? He comes out and he sweeps Concord. Excellent job done here tonight, Josh. Had a little bit more of an easier time tonight in the super lates than he did in the late model stock race. But tell us a little bit about this warm super late model race that you had.
Yeah, I don't know if it was easy or not, but I don't know. That was definitely fun. Really had a great car. Just tried to bide my time, the first third of the race or so, and me and Thomas kept swapping positions, second, third, and finally got a good restart and was able to get by. I think it was Cody on the outside. Caught, I really hadn't cleared him, but caught a caution, got the lead, and then after that, we had a couple cautions there, kind of prolonged the race a little bit with some yellows, and was able to, survive the madness there. That was fun. Like I said, definitely didn't expect to win one race tonight, let alone two. So it was a lot of fun. Concord's obviously a good track for me, so it was fun tonight. Like I said, it was just surprised by the finish, I guess. I never really expected that, but those are always the good ones to win.
Yeah, I had to pull your leg a little bit because you sounded like, you know what, I'll just give it a shot tonight, making it home enough to be able to get here and race. And here you come out and have some great success out here at this Concord track. Coming up, though, I know we're getting closer to the warm months. Is there any track that you're looking forward to, the final three that we got, or that you've had some success, maybe have raced in real life?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a little disappointing for me, but the next 2 weeks I know for sure that I'm not going to be there. So, 100%. Next week, one of my best friends is getting married on Saturday, so I'm not going to be there. And the week after that, I'm not going to be in town, so I'm not going to make the next two races, which is a little disappointing with how the season's gone. But I don't know. I'm not worried about the points really. It's just been fun competing in this stuff. There's a lot of great racers in this series, and it's been a lot of fun to be a part of. So, hopefully for the last race I'll be there. But other than that, like I said, tonight was a lot of fun. I'd never expected to win both these races tonight, but I'll definitely take it and look forward to the next time I can run. It's been a lot of fun.
All right. Well, do you have any thanks or shout outs you want to give for your super late model victory here tonight?
Yeah, I guess the same as the last one. I just, like I said, just want to thank CRA for all they do. Kyle and all his guys put in a lot of work at this stuff, and it's not easy running the league. I definitely have learned that, over the course of this deal, I've learned that they put in a lot of hard work, and it's definitely not easy to do this stuff. And of course, Cars Tour for supporting this stuff. It's been fun, and Digital Force for broadcasting. You guys do a great job. It's pretty cool to be broadcasting on the internet like that. I hope there's a lot of people watching tonight. And like I said, I never expected to win 2 races tonight, but it's pretty cool for sure.
All right, Josh. Well, congratulations. We hope to see you back at the South Boston race coming up on the 25th, but definitely been a pleasure to be able to watch you race digitally, and we'll look forward to watching you race coming up in the 2017 season.
Yep, thank you.
There you have it, folks. What a night of racing. Josh Berry sweeping both races here tonight at Concord. And, of course, had to poke a little fun at him. Guy's a heck of a humble gentleman. He's a great, not only a great racer on the track, but just a great person all around. And had to poke fun because it didn't seem like he's like, yeah, you know what, I'll get on and race. And here he has some great success. So it's always a pleasure to be able to talk to that guy. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at the results here tonight. Josh Berry, Christian Peterson, Thomas Hazard, Jordan Erickson, Cody McCauley, your top 5. Bryce Senizak, Dylan Rowe, Jeremy Adams, Josh Dees, Clint Crowell through the top 10. Looking on back, James Finn, Tim Knott, Satoru Ono, Stephen Matthews, Robbie Bunden, Zach Knowles, Matt Cooker, Kyle Leverald, Bill Martin, Richie Davidowitz through 20. And your field tonight, Patrick Fogel, John Leidy, Mason Dunn, Adam Jocelyn. Still 3 more races to come up here in the Cars eSport Tour. Coming up next week, we talk a little bit about the racing here. Going to go to a little bit bigger of a track at Richmond International Raceway. Then in 2 weeks, we will see Lanier, and on the 25th, the series finale or the tour finale at South Boston Speedway. Really hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Want to definitely give a shout out to Ryan Eckstein of Eckstein Cameras, providing the camera angles here tonight. Crank it up cams, wall cams as usual. Always be a pleasure to have Eckstein Cameras on hand. If you'd like to know more about the Cars Tour in the 2017 season coming up, check them out on the web, carsracingtour.com, and always check out carstour.tv for on-demand racing and live races coming up for the 2017 season, and I believe past seasons as well. If you'd like to know more about us, we are the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. Find us on the web at forgebroadcasting.com to see a full schedule and lineup of all the different leagues that we have broadcasting each and every week. That is going to do it for us this Saturday night, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you tuning in to the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network. Whether you got us on iRacing Live out there on Cars Tour TV or on YouTube, always appreciate the viewership. My name is Dustin Caldwell. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you coming up next week.